Hello and welcome to TEPSA Explainers. My name is Anja Palm and I'm a junior researcher at the International Affairs Institute in Rome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the meaning of the Italian elections for European migration policies and how they should represent a wake-up call for Europe as a whole. There are two central questions that emerge in this regard. The first is the impact of the topic of migration on the Italian elections, and the second is the consequence that these elections may carry in terms of European migration policies. Concerning the first questions, it is clear that the discussions and the policies surrounding migration policies had a strong impact on the elections. This is evident when looking at the electoral programs and even more at how the topic was distorted and conflated in the electoral campaign. One example is the League campaigning with slogans such as Italians first and stop the invasion. Overall, the electoral campaign was characterized by xenophobic and anti-migratory rhetoric that even culminated in physical attacks. Concerning the second question of the consequences that these elections may carry for European migration policies, it is still early to come to conclusions because the consultations to form the coalition are still underway, and the final setup of the coalition will clearly influence the position that Italy will take on migration policies also at the European level. Nevertheless, we can already see that the majority of the new parliament is composed by parties such as the League, Forza Italia and the Five Star Movement, which had campaigned saying that they would like to stop flows to Italy. But what will this mean in concrete terms? When we look at Italian foreign migration policies, there are two major dimensions, the European one and the international one. The European one, mostly all parties agree on the fact that there should be a greater sense of solidarity at the European level. This translates in practice in a strong reform of the Dublin system and in a strengthening of the relocation mechanism. The international dimension, meaning the cooperation with third countries, mainly of origin and transit, is more complex. There is not so much clarity as to the modalities with which the parties would like to stop the flows to Italy. While the Five Star Movement refers, for example, to legal access ways for international protection seekers, Forza Italia and the League clearly called for pushbacks and forcible returns. What is also a big question mark is the weight that will be given to other foreign policy dimensions such as development, investments and labour migration in the relations with these third countries. Overall, how all of these aspects will translate into concrete policies is still to be seen. But nevertheless, it should be said that this is a wake-up call for the whole of Europe, because with its inability to give the citizens the sense that there is a fair system of responsibility sharing, and with still the lack of a common European migration policy, these elections have shown the first results in terms of dissatisfaction of the population. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for the next TEPSA Explainer.